Have you ever tried to watch the X-Men movies in order and ended up more confused than when you started? Don't worry, you're not alone. The timeline is famously messy, but I'm here to finally make it all make sense. Let's untangle this superhero saga together. Okay, let's start with the original trilogy, X-Men, X2, and The Last Stand. This is our foundation. These movies introduce us to Professor X, Magneto, Wolverine, Jean Grey, and the whole crew. They establish the core conflict between humans and mutants, and Magneto's and Xavier's differing ideologies. The Last Stand seems to wrap things up, with some major character deaths and a supposed cure for mutation. Simple enough, right? This is our original timeline. Let's call it Timeline A. After the trilogy, we got prequels. First, X-Men Origins. Wolverine, which dives into Logan's backstory, his time with Team X, and his rivalry with Sabretooth. Then came X-Men First Class, which was a game changer. It took us back to the 1960s, showing us the origins of Charles Xavier and Eric Lehnsherr's friendship, an eventual split. It introduced a new, younger cast and really set the stage for what was to come. For now, both of these films lead into the original trilogy we just talked about. Now, this is where things get wild. The movie X-Men, Days of Future Past, is the key to everything. In a dark future, Sentinels have nearly wiped out all mutants. To save everyone, Kitty Pryde sends Wolverine's consciousness back to his younger body in 1973. His mission? To stop Mystique from assassinating Bolivar Trask, the event that triggered the Sentinel program in the first place. When Wolverine succeeds in changing the past, he doesn't just save the future, he creates an entirely new timeline. Let's call this Timeline B. When he wakes up back in the future, things are different. Characters who died in The Last Stand are alive and well. The events of the original trilogy have been altered or erased. This single movie effectively reboots the entire franchise, allowing for new stories with the younger cast from First Class. So everything after Days of Future Past exists in this new reset timeline. X-Men: Apocalypse takes place in the 80s, where the team faces the ancient and all-powerful mutant Apocalypse. Then Dark Phoenix revisits the Jean Grey saga in the 90s, but with a different outcome than The Last Stand. These films, along with the Deadpool movies and the New Mutants, all happen in this new reality created by Wolverine's time travel. And what about Logan? That movie is set in the distant future of 2029. It acts as a powerful emotional send-off for Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Because it's so far in the future and feels so disconnected from the other films, it's best viewed as a standalone epilogue to his character's journey, regardless of which specific timeline it technically falls into. So, to recap, you have the original timeline with the first trilogy and the early prequels. Then Days of Future Past hits the reset button, creating a new timeline for all the subsequent films like Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix. And Logan serves as a beautiful final chapter for our favorite Claude hero. It's still a bit messy, but hopefully that clears things up. Now you can go back and rewatch the series with a whole new understanding. Thanks for watching. If this helped you finally figure out the X-Men universe, hit that like button and subscribe for more nerdy deep dives. See you next time.